These are the crystal singing bowls. Even though these are colored, these are the same as these. They are the chakra bowls from the root all the way up to the crown. These are actually crystal singing pyramids. They're 3 different sizes. And in front of you, what you see there, those are actually tuning chimes. The tuning chimes come out of India, and they're actually based on the concept of tuning forks. Only they're really big and much, much louder. So my gig is all about being into sound healing. Everybody knows that sound is something simple. It's what you hear, right? Andrew Weil, MD, said the study and effect of sound and music on the human nervous system help to relieve pain, help stroke patients, and those with neurological disorders, and benefit other conditions. And this book is available on Amazon. The reason I love sound healing, I've loved it, like Joe said, for many years. When I started on this path, I started working with energy and with sound. I'll talk briefly and then I'll play for you so we get a few more minutes of that. But when Andrew Weil is talking about how this actually helps people, I was at a festival and a young woman and her partner came in, her wife, and the wife looked at me and she goes, she has just had the worst time. And the young woman looked at me, her name is Pam, and Pam looked at me and she said, I don't have emotion. And I was like, I don't know, you look like a happy girl. She said, I don't feel anything. And I was like, okay, how can I help you? And she said, I want to try your bowls. Okay. As the conversation went on, I found out that she had had 3 strokes and was recuperating from these 3 strokes for many years. So she sat down with me and I played each bowl. I said, which one do you like? She goes, I like that one. She chose the crown bowl. I had used this bowl, the solar plexus bowl, and I had used the sacral bowl, playing them on people. I was like, how am I going to play this on a person? So we set up the massage table and I played like this. Maybe for that long. And she sat up and she began to cry. And Tiff came in, her wife came in and was like, oh my God. So there we all sat crying. This was the first time she had been able to break through and actually have an emotional release since she'd had her strokes. People ask me all the time, will I get some form of healing? What we're going to do very quickly is I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in the nose, and out the mouth. One more in the nose, and out the mouth. As we get ready for this 3rd breath, I want you to set an intention to feel something, sense something, get something from this very brief crystal bowl session, even if it's just feeling better, having release of allergies, lowering of your pain level for 5 minutes. Take a deep, deep breath in the nose, set that intention, hold it, and release.
Coming back and you're ready to open your eyes, take that deep breath in your nose again. Hold it just for a second.
Deep breath through the nose.
Release.
Hold it. Release.
I'm not used to having props like this. I have enough. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And try to monitor that intent you put in there, check back in with it, and see if you can sense any difference the rest of the day. Thank you so much. Oh, you have a question?
Are we going to have some Q&A?
When we go out to the conversation tree, you have
We
a
can
little
do
time.
that, or we can do Q&A now. If you have time, we can do Q&A now if you
A
want.
question right now?
Yes, no?
Yeah.
I'm used to Q&A now. Go ahead.
It's fine.
I was just wondering, I know the churches have long since used pipe organs
Mhm.
to project the same, not the same, I'm not equating it, it's very similar. And I grew up in a very small church when my mother was the choir director, and she specifically said we've got to have, even if we have a few, we've got to have pipe organ in the church. And it made such a difference to us sitting quietly with the pipe organs playing. And this is what the sounds that you were making remind me of. It's very,
Oh,
very
that's
emotional
amazing.
and very, it's, I can feel it all up and down. So it brings back memories from 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 years
Oh,
old.
I'm very glad.
And have there been studies about the relationship of singing bowls used for meditation and pipe organs or organ music in general?
I have never seen anything like that.
It's very similar. And with all due respect, it's very
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
What sequence, what makes you decide the sequence between the bowls, the pipes, and the triangles is question one.
Spirit.
That's just, so it's spontaneous,
It's
spirit.
wherever spirit tells me to play, I play.
You don't have
That's
notes.
not,
You don't have
I-
notes.
second question is, the vibrations from the 3 different types of instruments.
Mhm.
What are the differences that you can explain to us?
The easiest way I can explain the difference with the pyramids, what you have up here, what I love about them is if you were to sit here and put your hand under them while they're playing, you actually feel the energy. The pyramids are the sacred G. They bring in sacred geometry, that sacred geometry energy, and these vibrate. I mean, it's like energy comes out the bottom and goes everywhere. So they're their own sort of little thing. And these are not blown. These are like fused glass out of 99.9% quartz. The bowls vibrate sort of everything around them. And they're made of quartz. Because they're made of quartz, quartz is programmable. So they are programmed for healing and for energy and to align your chakra centers and your energy centers. The tuning chimes are based on the theory of tuning forks. If I was to play 7 tuning forks, you wouldn't be able to hear them. And I love the tuning forks. So when I found these, it was awesome. What I will say is that I quite often play a sequence of a C, which is your root, and the G. It has been, studies have been done with singing bowls that the C and the G, which are considered musically for you musicians in the crowd a perfect fifth. The perfect fifth of the C and G aligns the entire body. So those two sounds together bring you into total alignment. I also have a C and a G tuning chime. So I will do my best to try to play those as well. So that it brings your entire body, your entire universe, all of your cells and everything back into complete alignment. Right there.
I felt it, it was just so relaxing. I felt like I was doing yoga and I was just sitting here, that feeling of just, how do you get the same feeling when you're listening to it on CD or an app,
It works. It really does.
You feel the same thing?
There was actually someone, I can't remember who it was here, bought one of my CDs years ago when I played here once, and she bought it for her mom who was having trouble sleeping. She thought it would help her mother sleep. She recently lost her father, and the mother was having trouble. And the mother played it before she went to bed, and she actually listened to it, and she slept for the first time in months. So, and Joe's got the CD, and I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing. It really does come through. It comes through when I listen to it on Spotify as well. So it's just, I believe it was Jonathan Goldman, I believe is what his name is. He's very well known with the bowls. And he would talk about going in and recording the bowls and having them sound one way, and they would listen to it the next day in studio, and the recording would be different, because that's the nature of the bowls. They're fluid, they're very fluid. Someone else had a question? Yeah.
But you say the construction of the bowls they're not porcelain, they're crystals?
99.9% pure quartz crystal, and actually, it's a very small picture I have in my book here. And I don't know if Joe can take it around and show it to people or not. The bowls are mostly made, that picture there, the bowls are mostly, they come from China. And it's incredibly different. The silica quartz is put in and it's spun in a centrifuge to make it this size. They were originally used in Silicon Valley back in the 90s as crucibles for creating the beautiful quartz chips that we have in literally everything today. And at one point in time, I believe the crucibles, which is what these were called, were just trashed. And some genius back in the 90s went, dang, that's pretty, I bet people buy them. And so they actually started intentionally working with the size. Each one is a different width isn't right, but each one's a different size, and they have different tuning to them. And so when they started creating them that way, that's when they started this phenomenon of crystal singing bowls. But they were originally used in Silicon Valley. Yes, ma'am.
May I ask another question?
Sure.
Is it more important to be seated or to be laying down? And should you be on your back or on your tummy?
Doesn't matter.
Is there any preferred, or in your opinion, the best way to receive the sound through your body?
Just to enjoy it wherever you are.
Okay.
Wherever you're comfortable. I don't recommend, like a lot of times I'm in a room where people can lay down, and they love that because people lay down and just go to sleep. But you know, you can lay on your back, on your stomach, whatever's most comfortable for you. Sitting up. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I was at a lecture yesterday where the gentleman spoke about light and color having very positive effects on one's health. And I would just venture that this is also a very natural way to receive healthful vibrations.
It is, and I don't have my lights in the bowls right now, but I have lights that light them up like the front cover. It's referred to by me as immersive meditation. So if we were to put the lights in the bowls and turn off all the lights in here, you would be immersed in both sound and color. Because at one end of the spectrum, sound goes to a place and it becomes color, and then it comes back. They're intertwined. Everything we are is sound and color. And that's why it works in healing for everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you all very much.